Hi, welcome back. A bit of a break in between. Apologies for that. I'm Siddharth Sathe and you're watching Phoenix Dreams. What I'm going to do today is start something new. And this came to my mind during one of my sessions yesterday on English speaking and coaching when I was discussing a certain topic. I happened to mention something about Greek mythology. And that is something, Greek mythology, something which has interested me quite a bit over the years, and I've done a lot of reading on that. So I thought yesterday, why not start a new series on Greek mythology on Phoenix Dreams? Because the word phoenix, if you remember, when I mentioned that in the very beginning, the phoenix bird is an output of Greek mythology anyway. So let's do something on Greek mythology is what I thought. So that's what we'll start today. Okay, before we start talking about Greek mythology, let's focus on the word mythology first and understand the meaning of it. Now, this is also something which I had mentioned in one of my earlier videos, the origin of the word mythology. Many of you still call it mythology. It is not mythology, it originates from the word myth in English, which is why it is not mythology but mythology. So to understand mythology, you'll need to know what myth means. And myth has its origin, funnily enough, in the Greek language. The word myth has come from the Greek word mythos, which means story of the people. And so mythology means a story of the people which has been carried from one generation to another through speech. Which means these are the stories that you tell your kids and their kids tell their kids, and they are passed on from one generation to another and become part of folklore of a particular geographical region or religion. So you have various mythologies based on various geographical regions or various empires. So you have Greek mythology, you have Hindu mythology, you have Roman mythology, you have various kinds of mythology. Mythology is not history, which means it is not a documented fact which has been published by historians to be the truth, which has a specific date. No. Mythology is basically stories passed on from one generation to other to the next one and continues forward. And lots of mythologies are normally associated with gods of that particular region or religion. So Greek mythology is what like I said, has really attracted me over the years. And what really put attention to Greek mythology was my love for gaming. When I was younger, I still do enjoy playing games, but gaming was one of my favorite pastimes and hobbies along with reading. I had picked up one game known as Zeus, Master of Olympus. It's a series from Impressions Games, and I picked up because it was a city building game and I like playing city building games, so I picked it up and I started playing it. And this game is entirely based on Greek mythology. So it really piqued my interest in the topic, and the game itself, very frankly, it's an old game, catch it if you can. The game itself gave me a lot of information about Greek mythology, but it also led me to do a lot of my own research on that. And like I said, it's a story finally. So it has a lot of interesting characters and aspects and fights and wars and love stories and romances and a lot of stuff. So yeah, it kept me going, and I read it extensively. And that's what I'm going to recount in this series. A lot of what I'm going to say is based on Homer's Iliad and Odyssey, the poetries that he had written on Greek mythology. Look it up on Google, you'll find a lot of information there. Like I said, mythology is based on stories of gods and goddesses. So is Greek mythology, and there are various gods that are well known. Quite a few of you must have heard of them. Prime among them being Zeus, the king of gods, the god of the sky and thunder, and two of his brothers, Poseidon, the god of the Waterworld, Hades, the god of death and the Underworld. Then you have Hera, the wife of Zeus. You have Apollo, Ares, Athena, Aphrodite, Dionysus. So there are a lot of gods. So these are stories about these gods. Also about powerful, mighty heroes in the past. One example being Achilles, made very famous by a memorable performance by Brad Pitt in the movie Troy. So that's also one more thing which added to my interest in this. There are also stories of children of these gods, either born through other gods and goddesses or born with mortals. The most popular example of that is Hercules or Hercules, who was the son of Zeus, the lord of the skies, and a mortal called Alcamene. And there's a famous story about the 12 adventures of Hercules as well, made into multiple movies. So Greek mythology has found a lot of popularity in various media as well, and there are a lot of sources that you can get to explore these wonderful stories. And I'm going to add one more to it. So that's what we're going to do in the next series. So if you are interested in stories of mythology, Greek mythology is coming your way. That's all I have for you right now. We'll begin next week with the first story about these gods and goddesses. Thank you very much. Please keep watching Phoenix Dreams. Like, share and subscribe, and do share if you like what you're watching. Until next time.